Hello dear colleagues, my name is Alexander. I am a doctor and also leading expert and a member of company Tehnodent. I help medical practitioners to choose the best possible materials for daily medication. In this video I want to talk about materials based on calcium hydroxide. Top result in using of our materials is highly appreciated by the dentists not only from Russia, but also from CIS countries, West and East Europe, Middle Eastern countries, Southern Asia and Latin America. We issue several types of the materials based on calcium hydroxide. For sales, you could find the following products: Calcetin endodontic product syringe 2 grams, Calcetin cavity liner paste syringe 7 grams, and a Calcetin powder 7 grams. We are well aware that calcium hydroxide creates an alkaline environment which provides prolonged bactericidal effects of the material, increases the regenerative capacity of the pulp and stimulates the formation of secondary dentine. In this connection, Calcetin cavity liner is used for treatment of deep caries, regeneration of injured and inflamed pulp in a case of invasive forms of pulpitis, and for the pulp capping of the temporary teeth. For the treatment of deep caries, the paste should be potted on the bottom of the dried cavity, punctate. The excess material should be removed. Then it is dried with air, isolated with glass ionomet cement, and the crown of the tooth is restored. To regenerate the pulp, paste is applied after the formation of a deep cavity of traumatic dissection of the pulp. After careful treatment with the antiseptic and non-traumatic drying, paste fills the cavity to the dentine enamel compounds and dried with compressed air and covered with temporary cement. After 1–2 weeks, in case of absence of pain in a patient, in the treatment area, the dental medical bandage must be removed completely or partially left, and after the procedure of the instrumental and antiseptic treatment, putting calcium-containing solid gasket, the cavity insulated with glass ionomet cement, and tooth crown is restored. Control observation is carried out in 3–6 months. Calcetin paste as an endodontic material for temporary filling of the tooth root canals is used for treatment of pulpitis for the permanent and temporary tooth with unfinished root growth and formation, apeksogenez. The formation of osteoid-cement barrier with unfinished root growth in the treatment of irreversible forms of pulpitis. Conservative treatment of all forms of chronic periodontitis. Covering of perforation of the tooth root with formed roots. Treatment of root canals with unformed apex of temporary teeth in case of periodontitis. In a treatment of pulpitis with unfinished growth and the formation of the top of the apex of permanent tooth, should be applied direct capping with the root pulp paste calcetin. Tooth cavity is covered with temporary hard cement. After 3–4 weeks, the paste should be changed into the fresh portion, and then it changed under the control of X-ray and electric pulp test every 2–3 months prior to the growth and formation of the tooth root. After forming the top of the apex, applied the permanent filling of the tooth canal and crown restoration. For apeksogenez of teeth with unfinished root growth, it is performed instrumental and medical treatment of root canal. In the dried root canal should be put calcetin paste for endodontic treatment and then covered with temporary hard cement. The treatment is performed under X-ray control. After 3–4 weeks, it is advisable to replace the paste for the fresh portion. After 2–3 months of treatment, the X-ray or probing the apical zone of the canal determines the periodontal condition. It is necessary to put a fresh portion of paste in the root canal for one time every 3 months to complete the formation of the apical barrier. When the apical barrier is formed, should be applied the final filling of the root canal with the sealer. For the treatment of chronic periodontitis, after a diagnostic study of the morphological characteristic of the roots of teeth and periapical tissues with the help of X-rays, should be carried out the mechanical and pharmacological treatment of the root canal. The root canal is prepared to put the paste calcetin for endodontic treatment. Paste should be isolated with dry cotton swab, and the tooth is covered with a temporary filling cement for a period of 7–10 days. Depending on the result, continue treatment with the change of the material on the fresh portion or apply final filling of the root canal with the sealer. In a case of conservative treatment of chronic periodontitis, as well as any of the perforation of the root canal after applying the paste calcetin for the endodontic treatment, after 3–6 weeks, it is possible to carry out a permanent filling of the root canal with the sealer. In addition, I would like to say that Tehnodent issues also the powder of calcium hydroxide. This powder is used by the dentist in those cases when it is needed to prepare the paste of certain consistency by yourself. There is a perception. The more expensive material is the better one, and I fundamentally disagree with that. The price of the final product, regardless of its quality, can be different. Company Tehnodent carefully selects raw materials and provides multi-stage control of its quality. All the production is carried out on the modern high-quality equipment according to our developed recipes. All the technology of production, packaging and storing smoothly running to the perfect condition, providing absence of economic losses. We do not make extra charges, placing on the market the high-quality dental material that meet all international requirements for the fair price. Personally, I would like to recommend you for the daily administration the cost-effective materials from trusted manufacturer with the most convenient form of issuance. Finally, I would like to say, do not forget to talk with the dentist on which opinion do you trust. For sure, they have tested the different materials and with pleasure share with you their observations. I wish you a pleasant work and a smiley patience. Sincerely yours, Alexander.